everyone. This video module is about a move called the no cross. This will complete the handling moves that we are going to learn about in our handling foundation classes. We finished up our series with a move that is very useful to have in a couple of specific situations that show up a lot on American style courses, but often on international style courses as well. So I wanted to start this lecture with showing you an example of when you would want to use this move, and then we'll move into how to execute it properly and how to teach it to our dogs. So I want you to look at this particular short sequence. It starts with the white jump, would go to the red jump, would go to the blue jump, and then into the tunnel. Now if I'm fast enough, or I have a good lead out, if this is an opening, this could be a nice place to put a blind cross. So I could lead out, I could tell them to take the red, I could do a blind, and then head off this way and into the tunnel. But what if I can't get there in time to do the blind? Then I need another option. And the hard part is, heading off of the white jump to the red jump, they're looking straight at the off-course end of the tunnel. So I need a way to let them know not to go there. And that's what the no cross does. So I will go over this again with the camera a little closer. But to do a no cross, I punch with the dog side leg and the outside arm. I punch, and then I split step in the direction the course goes next, which is towards the blue jump, straight towards the camera. So I would split step this way. That changes the dog's trajectory. It creates a turn and extension. It does not create a turn and collection. But it creates a change that allows the dog to then come in my direction, come off of the off-course tunnel, and then typically a no cross is followed by a rear if I'm replacing a blind cross with a no cross. Now sometimes there's a course where no cross makes any sense, but again, they're heading towards an off-course option, and I want a way to tell them that they're turning. So imagine same first three jumps, but then I'm heading off in this direction somewhere. I can still use the no cross in the same way. Punch and split. But I'm just going to continue wherever the course goes next in this direction. It would not be followed by a rear cross. So those are the key things for you to remember in terms of where you would want to use it. It's where there's a tempting off course that supports going straight or straighter than the course needs to go. Anytime you have a blind cross that you don't get to in time, you can replace it by a no cross and a rear. So between blind crosses and no crosses, I am able to make almost all American style, let's say jumpers with weaves type courses make sense to my dog. So it's a huge tool to have in your toolbox. Okay, I will rejoin you for part 2. So here I have the camera a little closer so that you can really see what I'm doing. We want to get as close to the wing as we can, but this is a move you can do from anywhere. So that is good news for us. The timing is when the dog is about halfway to the jump. You want to do this move and you want to do the split step before they're in the air. So I get as close as I can to the wing. I punch with my dog side leg and my outside arm. The outside arm creates a little bit of rotation into the dog, and then I split step wherever the course is going. If it's straight up 90 degrees, maybe more 45-degree angle, whichever one of those things is appropriate for the course. And I want to maintain my connection with the dog while I'm doing it. Now, when I punch, I either want to say the dog's name or I want to give a directional. I've found for Grit, it's more helpful to say her name. For heart, it's more helpful to give a directional, but it would be a turn and extension directional, not a tight turn cue. So you may want to experiment a little bit and see what feels like it makes more sense to your dog. But you do want to say something when you do it, because you're really trying to tell the dog, hey, there's a change coming, pay attention. Okay, so that's how you handle it. As far as training for the dog, I think what makes a lot of sense is, is to take the toy and place it in where you feel like the course is going. Number one, it will help make sense to the dog, and number two, it will give you practice to do the correct split step. So if we imagine the course is going to go here, drop, right there. Right. Yes, good girl. Yes.